You're listening to the Membership Geeks podcast, bringing you proven practical tips and advice from the leading experts on growing a successful membership business.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Membership Geeks podcast. I'm your host, Mike Morrison, founder of Membership Geeks, and today I'm talking all about marketing a membership and getting new member sales, specifically some of the do's and don'ts of marketing a membership. Now, if you want more in-depth tactics on membership marketing, we've got a lot of great content and podcast episodes over at membershipgeeks.com, or of course, we really go deep into advanced strategies and building the foundations, getting your core sales funnel in place for your membership over at membershipacademy.com. You can join from as little as $39 a month. That's just over $1 a day for everything you need to grow a successful, meaningful membership business that will last the distance. So head to membershipacademy.com to really learn how to set your membership up for success and get your marketing strategy and sales funnels in place. Now, today, I want to share some do's and don'ts. This is going to be a little quick fire, and really, I hope this kind of just acts as a little reminder or a little short, sharp shove in the right direction with your membership marketing strategy. So let's dive in. When it comes to marketing your membership, do make sure that you are playing the long game. Memberships are a marathon, not a sprint. It's not just about getting hit and run sales at any cost, because memberships will not survive on one-off sales. If you're getting sales by unscrupulous methods, then there's nowhere to hide with a membership. It's not like selling a one-off product, an ebook, a course, where once you've got the money, that transaction is done. With a membership, that first payment is hopefully the first of many, so you need to play the long game. That also means you don't need to rush. You don't need to try and force someone into joining your membership as soon as they come into your world. You can take your time, you can nurture them, you can get them through a sales funnel that doesn't have to rely on pressure, because we really want to make sure we're getting the right kind of members who are ready to buy, who are in a position to actually utilize the membership and who will stick around long term. So you need to think about that long game. You need to recognize this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're not doing smash and grab sales strategies. Someone doesn't need to join today. If they need a couple of weeks to be nurtured, if they need to learn a bit more about you, if they need more education about your membership, if they'll benefit from seeing behind the scenes, getting more case studies and testimonials to really show them what's possible, you have the time to do that. Because memberships are here for the long haul. They are a marathon, not a sprint. So make sure you're applying that long-term mindset to the way you market, but also to the way in which you are attracting people to your site, because you're not just looking to get sales at any cost. You need people who are likely to stay long term, and that actually means building trust. Trust comes from content. Trust comes from experience of learning from you, being nurtured from you, from being informed and educated by you. So make sure that you do play the long game with your membership marketing. Don't chase magic bean strategies. I always call these magic beans, just remind you of Jack and the Beanstalk, where they're too good to be true. These are the things where you'll get someone go out there and kind of say, I've got this special formula, this super secret tactic, this controversial, counterintuitive new way of getting member sales. This will guarantee you'll have the most successful launch. This will guarantee you get more sales than you ever have. There are no guarantees in business. Anyone who promises you that they have a proven formula that guarantees XYZ, run a mile, because they're trying to sell you magic beans. They will pull out a handful of very specifically chosen examples of people who look like they've applied these magic bean strategies and tactics to their business. And wow, they've worked. But there's so much that you're not seeing. A lot of it's fabricated. A lot of details are missing. Don't be looking for the silver bullet. Don't preoccupy yourself with trying to find the best way of getting members. What is the number one tactic that's working now? What is the perfect sales funnel? What is the killer webinar structure? There is no one-size-fits-all strategy for anything in business. That's just not how business works, because if it was, everybody would be doing it. Finding the strategies and tactics that work involve experimentation, involve playing the long run, involve marketing like a farmer and not a hunter. Again, playing that long game we talked about. So if you do see someone promising to give you the super secret proven formula and framework that will guarantee all these sales and all of that, please see through it. Please recognize they're trying to sell you magic beans, and know that that is just not how things work in business. As seductive as it is, as tempting as it is to think that there's a one true way to market and get sales, if it was as simple as that, everyone would be doing it. It's really not how things work. So don't chase magic bean strategies and tactics. Do play that long game, and do build your email list. It's cliche, but the saying is true. The money is in the list. If you have people on your email list, these are people who have shown a desire and a willingness to take a step, take an action, make a commitment, even as small as giving you their email address, to do that thing, to do those things in order to learn more from you. They're interested enough to want more. They want to be communicated with. They want you to send them insights, advice. They want you to send them content. They want you to tell them ways in which you can help them further. And that does include promoting your membership to them. But you need to get people on your email list, because you need that direct route to reach them. You need to be able to get in their inbox. You need the opportunity to build that relationship, to build that trust over time, to put your membership in front of them, to share your content, to share case studies, to send them a little video showing the inside of your membership behind the scenes. Most of the failed membership launches that we see come from people not having built their email list, not having built their audience, or from thinking that building an audience means just, having a big Instagram following or something like that. You need to control your audience. Your audience is only yours if you have them on an email list. So make sure you do build your email list, prioritize lead generation. If you are starting out and you don't have an email list yet, that should be the first step before you start thinking about starting a membership, because build it and they will come is not a valid strategy for membership success. So many people think all they need is a great idea and they just need to create the membership website, and that will be enough to carry them. That idea will do the heavy lifting, but actually you need to assemble a crowd. You need to actually build that audience. You need to get them on your email list. So do prioritize building your email list. Don't rely too heavily on social media. Don't think that because you have 200,000 Instagram followers that means your audience is 200,000, because if they're not on your email list, if they are just passively following you, or if half of them are spam bots, it means nothing. Having a social media following is irrelevant unless you have been able to compel them to actually engage with you deeper and further. Social media is too shallow. It's too shallow. It's too fickle. There's no commitment involved in following someone on social media. Someone following you is not indicating that they would potentially have an interest in a membership, that they're willing to go any further than just passively watching the occasional thing that pops up from you. You need to try to get your social media audiences into your world. When you're on Instagram, you're not controlling that world. You are going into your audience's world. You're going into the world of Instagram. You're not bringing that following into your own world. By that, we're talking about your website. We're talking about your email list. So don't overestimate your actual reach and audience size based on social media followings. These are simply vanity metrics. Same with likes on a post or views on a TikTok reel. TikTok reel? I just did that. I did that millennial thing where I just merged I know the difference between TikTok videos and Instagram reels. I'm going to say TikToks and reels. Laugh at me all you want. But yeah, these are just vanity metrics. They don't translate to anything if they are not people who are buying. They're not people who are subscribing to an email list. If you have a big following, Find ways to get them off that platform and onto your email list. Otherwise, they're irrelevant. And don't rely on social media as a marketing channel too, because you don't control the reach. You are at the mercy, the behest of algorithms. People will only see what the algorithms decide that they want those people to see. So you can't control distribution, you can't control communication, you can't control consistency. And that is not something you can rely on. Social media usually doesn't lead to action. It's often passively consumed and interacted with on such a fickle, shallow basis that it's not really conducive to what you need people to be doing if they're likely to join your membership. So if your main following, if your main audience are on social media, your priority should be getting them to your website, get them on an email list, and that is where you nurture them. That is where you do the selling. That's where you promote your membership to them. So when you have people in your audience, another do is to sell more than you may be comfortable with. So I'm not advocating you become sleazy car salesman. I don't like it when, the only emails I ever get from people are sales emails, but definitely don't overcorrect. Don't get replaced where you are too scared to sell because you don't want to come across as salesy or sleazy. Sell more than you might be comfortable with. People can actually tolerate sounds a bad word, but people can be receptive to more sales messaging than we might worry they would be comfortable with. If you think about it from this perspective, if you have a product, a membership that you absolutely know your audience will benefit from, you know it will solve their problems, you know that it will help them get the transformation, the results that they are seeking, you are doing a disservice to your audience if you do not do everything you can to make sure that they are aware that you have the solution. If I have a headache, if my head feels like it is about to explode, and I am interacting with you, I'm in your circles, I'm in your world, and you have a pack of painkillers in your pocket, and you know I have a headache, you can see my behavior is indicating I have a headache. I'm like rocking back and forth, clutching my head. How much do you suck if you do not say, hey, by the way, I've got painkillers. And you know what? They cost me $5, but hey, you want to buy them from me? Like, I'm not going to begrudge you presenting me with a solution. Now, that's a bit reductionist. It's a very basic way of looking at things, but ultimately, that's the essence of the mindset you need to have when promoting your membership. You owe it to your audience to let them know you have solutions to their problems. They are on your email list because you've demonstrated that you are a person who might be able to help them get the information, make the progress, get the results, get the education that they need. So they've come to you as someone who they feel can solve something for them. So you owe it to them. It's a disservice to them if you do not make sure they're aware of your membership. So do sell more than you may be comfortable with. It is a service to your audience. Don't overcomplicate your sales funnels, especially in the early days. People do this too much. People see things like the funnel hacking videos and stuff where, people have these really complicated, multi-stage, multi-part, segmented funnels that maybe start with a book purchase and then it goes on to having someone buy a $3 PDF, which then goes into selling them a trial for your membership, which then goes into an upsell. Breathe. Don't get carried away with your sales funnels. Start super simple. If you're starting a membership for the first time and you're looking for a sales funnel, keep it as basic as possible. Keep it as simple as someone comes to your site to consume content. They are presented with a relevant lead magnet, an ebook, PDF. Get them on an email list. They are sent a simple follow-up series of 5 or 6 emails in which you introduce yourself to them, you build some trust, you pitch the membership to them, you share some social proof, and then that takes them to a sales page where they join. Keep it that simple, especially if starting out. So many memberships only need that. But they try and do this overly convoluted thing because, again, a course that they bought tells them they need to have 3 front-end products before you get to the membership, and there needs to be upsells, and there's got to be all these tiers, and you've got to use the book funnel. The free book funnel is the current hot funnel. Like, no. Keep it super simple. Get the core, get the foundation working. You need to prove, and you need to have a foundation which consists of someone's interested in my stuff. I tell them the stuff that I've got. They buy my stuff. Keep it that simple. Then build on top of it. Only when you've got the foundation going should you then look to refine, should you then look to experiment with adding other things in there. But don't fall into this funnel hacking trap where, people who sell software that helps you set up funnels are telling you, no, don't have a basic sales funnel. Basic sales funnels for basic people. You need to have a 20-part multi-segmented funnel with 3 front-end products and tripwires and no. Just do the basics. Don't overcomplicate your funnels, because if it's complicated for you to set up, it's complicated for people to go through, and that complication will get in the way of people joining your membership. So please, for the love of all that is holy, don't overcomplicate your sales funnels. Within the funnels and within the marketing that you do have, do utilize social proof and risk reversal. We want people who are going to stay for the long haul. We want people who are comfortable and confident about their buying decision, and a lot of that rests on trust. Trust is currency in marketing, especially for memberships where we're not just looking for someone to take a punt and spend $40 with us. We want them to start a subscription where they are spending $40 month after month, year after year, and that relies a lot on trust. And we can build trust through things like social proof, through sharing case studies, legitimate case studies and testimonials, results that people are getting, to demonstrate that what you are promising, what you are offering is real. It is legit. There is proof. Other people are just like this potential member who might be thinking of joining, and they are getting results. And so you could get these results too. Now, you don't want to kind of say, oh yes, John made $100,000 in his first membership, so you're guaranteed you'll make the same. Obviously, you can't make those claims, but just share other people's stories. Shine spotlights on people who are getting results, who are doing good things, so potential members know what is possible. And they have that confidence and they feel that trust in you. Risk reversal goes a long way towards that too. So risk reversal tactics are things which shift the actual risk and the sense of risk away from the buyer towards you when it comes to the commercial transaction. So anytime someone buys something online, there's always an element of risk. There's a risk that I give you my money and you just run away with it. There's a risk that I buy a membership that looks great on the sales page, but is a dog when I actually get in there. So there's always an element of risk to me as the buyer that I'm going to lose out. If you use tactics like money back guarantees, if you use things like free trials, these are ways of shifting the risk, because now if I take a trial of your membership, I'm not having to pay up front. So worst case scenario, I lose an hour or two if actually your membership sucks. The risk to you, or the risk is now on you, because the risk is someone has had free access to your membership and you don't get the payoff of them becoming a full-time member. So there's a risk that you don't get that member and they've had value that they've not paid for. But if you're confident in your membership, that's not a risk to you. You should have that confidence that if I let someone have a free trial, they're going to be so blown away that they're more likely to actually stick around. So shifting that risk and putting it on you, because you can bear it, you can more comfortably bear it, and actually, very few people are going to try and rip you off. You're not going to suffer or hurt for offering a free trial or having a 14-day or a 30-day money-back guarantee or things like that. But shifting that trust can be such a significant game changer in the buying decision, in the way that it makes someone feel comfortable, makes them feel protected, makes them feel safe taking that jump and giving you a try. So do utilize social proof, do utilize risk reversal. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. So obviously, we're talking about the risk that you might join a membership that looks amazing, but it actually sucks. Don't overpromise and overdeliver. It is so tempting to really hype up like what your membership can do, what's in there, because of course you want to put your best foot forward, and the art of copywriting and writing emails and sales page content and stuff like that is centered around really portraying your membership in the best possible light. But don't go so far. Like, if you know something is overhyping, if you know something is debatable as to how legitimate a claim it is, err on the side of caution, because it's better to underpromise and then overdeliver and surprise someone by being better than they thought you would be, by having more than they thought they'd have. It's far better to do that than to proclaim to be this miracle membership that actually ends up just being very ordinary. So don't overpromise and underdeliver. It's very, very tempting. It's really tempting. It's easy to get carried away when you're marketing, especially if you've got competitors in the field and you're trying to find ways of standing out. But this is a surefire way to having members who are underwhelmed. If you overpromise and underdeliver, underwhelm will happen. When underwhelm happens, best case scenario, members will leave. Worst case scenario, they'll leave and ask for their money back. So don't overpromise and underdeliver. Like, lay off the hypey marketing sales shtick. And finally, do think about who your ideal members are and discourage people who don't fit that ideal. So you don't want to be elitist. You don't want to be too exclusive. You don't want to be exclusionary. You don't want to be almost arrogant and kind of saying, well, listen, unless you're making $500,000 a year, I don't want to know you. But just think about the ideal personality types. Think about, ideally, where would someone be in their journey before they come into us? Think about actually what is going to help ensure someone won't struggle to use what you're teaching. Think about the attitude you would want someone to have coming in, and outright position your membership as being for those people. Like, you can have stuff on your sales page that outright says, this membership is for you if, and then you list out some criteria, you list out some ideal situations that person might be in, you list out some mindsets and attitudes you would hope that they would have, and then you can say, this membership might not be for you if you are expecting instant results, if you are not prepared to put time in, if you are not at this stage of a journey or have never picked up a guitar before. Or, like, people shy away from this notion of discouraging the wrong kind of people from joining, because the idea that you would discourage people, that you turn people away when you're trying to grow a business, seems counter to the idea of trying to grow a business, right? But a lot of marketing isn't just about attracting people, it's about repelling the wrong kind of people. Attract the best, repel the rest. Like, I think it's that might be Chris Ducker, who I remember saying that, but that is absolutely right. You only want to attract the right kind of people because, again, you want them to stay month after month, year after year. And if they're at the wrong stage, if they are not ready, or if they are going to have unrealistic expectations of what they're going to get. So, we outright tell people, listen, if you're looking for overnight success with very little effort, don't join Membership Academy, because that's not going to happen. You are wrong for this place. We are wrong for you. Good luck in your journey, but no, we're not for you. It might feel counterproductive, but trust me, you will attract more of the right kind of people by embracing the notion that these are just the people you want, and you don't have to be all things to all people. You don't have to cater towards particular attitudes or mindsets of your market. You don't have to cater towards beginners if you don't want to. You don't have to cater towards people who might be too advanced. It's okay to say to people, listen, if you have been in this game for years and you know everything there is to know, it's probably not worth you joining the membership. It's okay to say that. So have the confidence in your positioning, have the confidence to reject or discourage people who you know won't be a fit. Because, again, going back to the very first do that I shared in this episode, it's all about the long game. We need people who are not just joining our membership for today. We need people who are joining our membership for the long haul, and having that understanding of who those people ideally would be And tuning our marketing to that makes it far more likely that people will join and stick around for months and years to come. So, of course, this isn't an extensive do's and don'ts of every single possible thing you should and shouldn't do in your marketing, but I do hope that this has given you some things to think about. Maybe a kick in the butt if you've been doing some of the wrong things or holding back on doing some of the things you should be doing. And of course, if you want more membership marketing content, we've got fantastic content over at membershipgeeks.com and a wealth of more advanced masterclasses and the whole marketing essentials module of our membership roadmap, all available to members of membershipacademy.com. So if you want to go deeper, you want to make sure you get your marketing right, that is where you need to be. Head on over to membershipacademy.com to join today from just over $1 a day for everything you need to build and grow a successful membership. All right, that is it from me. I hope you found this useful for refining your membership marketing plans and strategies. I'll be back again very soon with another episode of the Membership Geeks podcast. See you then.
If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Membership Geeks podcast, we invite you to check out membershipacademy.com. Membership Academy is the original membership about memberships, and it's the essential resource for anyone at any stage of starting, growing, and running a successful online membership business. Whether you're still trying to figure out what your idea is going to be and you need some help making it a reality, or whether your website is already up and running and you're looking for ways to grow and attract new members, then Membership Academy can help you to get to the next level. Not only do you get access to our step-by-step membership roadmap, our extensive training library, and exclusive member-only discount and tools, you'll also become part of our supportive, active community of membership owners that will help you along the way in your journey with feedback, encouragement, and advice. All of this and more make Membership Academy the #1 place to be for anyone looking to start, manage, and grow a successful membership business. Check it out and join the community at membershipacademy.com.